What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Monday, January 26th, and in today's video, we're going to be going over the best plays on PrizePicks, building out a slip over on PrizePicks, and then we're also going to check out Betr and build a slip over there for today's 7-game NBA slate. If you guys are new to the channel, hello, my name is TJ. I build out long-term profitable slips over on PrizePicks, where we build out 6 flex slips, and also over on Betr, where we build out 5 flex slips. I'd also like to apologize for the lack of video content over these last couple of days, handful of days. I was actually out of town for a little bit, so I am back now home. So these daily pick videos will be coming every single day going forward. So if you guys are new to the channel and you're looking for slips for both PrizePicks and Betr, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you turn on that notification bell, so whenever I do post these daily pick videos, you get made aware. That will give you the best opportunity to actually tail the PrizePicks or Betr slip, or both, before any of these plays get bumped or removed. And if this video does get 50 likes, I will go ahead and do a $50 giveaway on my next video. So go ahead and hit that like button as well. We're going to be utilizing the tools over at Upside Tools to help us find long-term profitable player props in real time. This tool is a line shopping tool used specifically for a strategy called plus EV, or positive expected value. And again, this tool is called the Fantasy Player Props Optimizer. The whole purpose of this tool is to compare sportsbook lines and odds back to various DFS apps, daily fantasy sport apps, that use fixed payouts like PrizePicks and Betr. And there are also more like Pick 6, Dabble, Underdog, etc. So we leverage the sportsbook market to help us show instances where these fixed payout platforms like PrizePicks are off in relativity and comparison back to the sports books. So we'll jump into that in a little bit. But guys, again, we have 7 games on tap for today. Let's go ahead and go over the matchups. Always my Boston Celtics up top. We got the Celtics hosting the Trailblazers. Boston at home, 8.5-point favorites. We get a 224.5 over under. We have the Hawks and Pacers. We got a couple day games today. 1:30 p.m. Eastern. We have the Hawks at home, 5.5-point favorites, 233.5 over under. We have the Hornets hosting the 76ers. Hornets, 2.5-point home favorites, 228.5 over under. We have the Cavs hosting the Orlando Magic. Cleveland, 5.5-point home favorites, 227.5 over under. We have the Bulls and the Lakers. Bulls, 1.5-point home dog, so Lakers favored on the road, 235.5 over under. We have the Houston Rockets hosting the Grizzlies. Houston, 9.5-point home favorites, 224.5 over under. And last but not least, the late game, we have the Timberwolves hosting the Warriors. Minnesota, 7.5-point home favorites, 231.5 over under. All right, guys, let's go ahead, jump in, go over to PrizePicks, start building out our slip. One of the player props that I was going to include was going to be this LeBron over 6.5 assists. Now, if we take a look at the optimizer, this player prop is no longer being offered on PrizePicks. It did get bumped from 6.5 to 7. And that's because PrizePicks was giving us too big of an edge with that LeBron 6.5 line that they had to adjust their line up from 6.5 to 7. And we can see here the reason they did that. Right, we had LeBron over 6.5 on PrizePicks about 15 minutes ago. We can see that a lot of these sports books, FanDuel and DraftKings, are the two sharpest when it comes to setting their NBA player prop markets. They had this heavily juiced on the over. Minus 140 on FanDuel, minus 141 on DraftKings. You can see the supporting odds from all these other peer-to-peer sports books, other sports books, and then DFS apps. So when we're building out 6 flex slips on PrizePicks, each individual leg is equivalent to minus 118 odds. And we can see where the supporting odds, the implied odds from FanDuel and DraftKings, heavily juiced on the over. So really good value here on this LeBron over 6.5 assists, but unfortunately it did get bumped. So what we're going to do here is give this a quick refresh. A couple filters that I like to throw on when I'm using this tool. FanDuel as a required sportsbook. That means that only player props with supporting odds from FanDuel are actually going to populate to the tool. Again, FanDuel very sharp when it comes to setting their NBA player prop market. So I want to make sure that FanDuel has supporting odds for these player props. If you guys are interested in getting signed up with Upside, there is a link in the description below that will get you a 5-day free trial to not only access the player props, the fantasy player props optimizer, but we also have an esports discrepancy tool, a game lines optimizer for sports books, as well as a player props optimizer for different sports books, a low hold tool, an arbitrage tool. You can get all that for 5 days free. You can also use my code TJYT at checkout to get 25% off your first purchase. Let's go ahead and build out this slip, though, over on PrizePicks. We have Josh Giddey over 21.5 points plus assists. Now again, each individual leg inside our 6 flex slip are minus 118 odds. So that means we want player props with an individual hit rate of greater than 54.3%. And the reason we know this is because I mentioned PrizePicks is a fixed payout platform. So what that means is it doesn't matter if we take more or less on these player prop projections, excluding demons and goblins, which you should not be playing on PrizePicks because they are a ripoff. Your payout always remains the same. So Jalen Tyson, more 22.5 PRA, Brandon Miller, more 20.5 points, all right? In a two-man power, we always get a 3 times payout, as long as we're taking normal, more or less props, or we're not doing things like positively correlating, and obviously using demons and goblins. So two-man power gets me a 3 times payout. Doesn't matter if I changed Tyson from more to less or Brandon Miller from more to less, my payout always remains the same, right? My dollar is going to get me $3. Doesn't matter the combination that I'm using these individual player props, because PrizePicks is a fixed payout platform. So we're able to do math on the back end, create this tool, utilize it to help us show instances where PrizePicks is off in comparison to where the sports books are listing a specific player prop or where they have their line and odds, and find long-term profitable plays. Now, everything you can possibly think of when it comes to player props, so Jalen Tyson, right? Popular player on PrizePicks. He's gone over in his last 5 of 5. Everything that you can possibly think of is baked into these sportsbook lines and odds. So instead of using things like last 5, you should be using sportsbook data and math to help find these player props that you're playing on PrizePicks. So that's what we do here over at Upside. Again, link in the description below if you guys want to get signed up. We're starting with this Josh Giddey play. Actually, it looks like Giddey just got bumped. And again, getting too big of an edge here with Josh Giddey. If I go ahead and check Josh Giddey points and assists, it was at 21.5. It got bumped to 22.5. So that's why you got to be quick, and using a tool like this is so pivotal when it comes to finding good player props on PrizePicks. But let's continue and build out a slip. And no more talking, no more explaining. Hopefully you guys understand this. A lot of you are going to say, why don't you just do the slip? I like to make sure that you guys actually understand what you're doing. Like, you shouldn't be playing two-man powers on PrizePicks. If somebody that you're watching on PrizePicks is peddling you bullshit two-man entries, two-man powers, you shouldn't be playing them. Just want you guys to know that. I love when PrizePicks does that also. Make sure you're always checking this little over button. So right now they have Eamon Thompson face fronting at 13 points and rebounds and assists. I can get him at 12.5. Really good value there. FanDuel actually set to 13.5. DraftKings heavy juice minus 135. If I actually expand this row, I can see the over and the under associated with that specific player prop. Let's add in Corey Kispert over points as well. So Corey Kispert over 7.5 points. We have Diabate under rebounds. Looks pretty good. Let's get that added. Diabate under. Ooh, I spelled that wrong. Diabate under 9.5 boards. Give this a quick refresh. Again, player props are always adjusting, always moving. Odds are always fluctuating. Player props are getting bumped or removed. Good value pops up. We lose value, like this Quentin Grimes play that just popped up. Over 16.5 points and assists looks really good. Let's get that added. Quentin Grimes over 16.5 points and assists. Another refresh here. So we have Eamon Thompson, we have Corey Kispert, we have Diabate, Mo Wagner over 7.5 points. I keep clicking better. Mo Wagner over 7.5 points. We have Quentin Grimes. Let's add one more player prop here. Let's get this Jalen Wells under 3s added in. And this is our PrizePicks slip, guys. Again, it really is as simple as taking plays off the top of the tool, trusting the math, trusting the data, understanding that plus EV betting is a long-term process. We're not going to hit every slip, but if we do go 6 for 6, we 25 times our money, right? If we go 5 for 6, we get a 2 times return. If we go 4 for 6, we get a 0.4 times return. So that all matters. The best slip type that you can possibly play on PrizePicks are 5 and 6 flex slips. If anybody tells you two-man powers are the best slips that you should be playing, or the best slips to play on PrizePicks and that you should be entering, they are wrong. It's legit math that you can't argue with. It's math. I had somebody in my comment section give me shit saying that two-man powers are the best. That's just wrong. It's just mathematically wrong. Are two-man powers easier to hit? Yes. Your ROI playing long-term on PrizePicks is going to be the highest when you're playing 5 and 6 flex slips. Again, it's just math. You can go argue with a wall. Now, PrizePicks slip is completed. Let's go check Betr, because Betr typically has better value. And again, we missed out on LeBron over 6.5 assists, like I mentioned on PrizePicks. It's still up on the Betr board. So let's go get a slip on Betr, starting with LeBron James over assists. Really good value here. And this will 100% get bumped to either 7 or 6, 7.5. So we'll get that locked in quick. We got Shaedon Sharpe over 7.5 RA. Another really good play. Moving on down the list, we got Kalkbrenner under points. He set 1 lower across the board in these other DFS apps. PrizePicks 0.5 lower, Dabble 0.5 lower, Pick 6 1 point lower. So really good on Kalkbrenner under points. Let's get that added. Big goober. Can't type. Kalkbrenner under 7.5 points. Moving on down the list, we got Draymond Green under RA, Kevin Durant under rebounds, LaMelo over points. Give this a quick refresh. We have Sharp, we have LeBron, we have Kalkbrenner. Let's add in that Draymond Green under RA of 11.5. We have Kevin Durant under rebounds. Let's get that added. Slim Reaper. Hopefully he's just scoring, not doing anything else. It's pretty typical for LeBron, for Kevin Durant. And that's it. Simple as that. Just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Took the top 5 best plays, right? We're getting an edge on each individual player prop. We're compounding that edge into a profitable slip on Betr where we have a long-term edge, and we are entering this slip. And we're flexing that because a 5 flex slip is the best slip type over on Betr. It's the same exact payout on PrizePicks. The only difference is that if you go 3 for 5, you get a 0.5 times payout on Betr opposed to a 0.4 times payout on PrizePicks. So actually this slip type is better. And I accidentally powered this. So what I'm going to do here is reuse this lineup. I do want to flex this. I'm going to flex this here, re-enter it. I'm going to go to done. I'm going to go to my entries. I'm going to go to open. And then this guy, I'm going to cancel because I want to flex this. And there we go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, guys. Good luck if you tail the PrizePicks and the Betr slip. Again, if you are new to the channel, if you could hit the subscribe button down below, that would be absolutely amazing. Throw a like on this video because if this does get 50 likes, we will do a giveaway on our next video. And then turn on that notification bell. That's probably the most important thing. So when I do upload this video in like 8 minutes, you guys are made aware. You can enter the PrizePicks and Betr slip before any plays get bumped or removed. And that is for sure going to happen. This slip will be flipped on its head by the time those games start here later in the day. But I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I'll see you on the next video and hopefully we can cash these slips.